everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Apocalypse Keys, the oldest house, part 12 of our Apocalypse Keys adventure. Today is February 4th, 2024, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to say to each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audiocasts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to again join us at patreon.com/indooradventures. But let's say you already support us on Patreon. You already support us on YouTube and Twitch and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support fantastic shows even more? Guess what, Acorns? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks. We even have face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, where all of the proceeds of our merch currently goes to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or possibly help support the show, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is Indoor Adventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, Noir, who are you playing today?
Today I'm playing Joe, who you might know him by his more famous moniker, Judas of Iscariot. It's just a good guy trying to do his best in the city, he's taking it one day at a time. Believe it or not, he's walking on air. Okay, anyway.
And that's me. Hi, I'm Anita. I am playing Din tonight. Din is a literal angel of the Lord, who might have killed God. Who knows? I'm excited to be here. I use she, they pronouns, and Din uses any pronouns.
I think that takes it on over to me, but our order has more twice in it. So
I'm going again. So hey, everybody, did you forget who I'm playing already? What the fuck? I just told you. I'm Judas of Iscariot.
I assumed it was me. I just wanted to point that out because I thought it was really funny because it's noir with an E and then noir without an E.
It's because I'm a prima donna. I demanded it in my runner.
Who was in his contract?
Why is there a green M&M?
Oh my god. Okay, everybody, it's me, SirHeckaLot. I'm here. I'm on your screen, and as per usual, tonight I am back with Eden, who is a manifestation of the garden with the same name in the Bible. Two of us use she, they pronouns.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Lucius Alexander. He goes by he, they pronouns, and is just rather hungry, feeling a little peckish for this evening.
Simon, can you bump your mic a little bit? You're much quieter compared to everyone else. Hey, everybody. I am Sarah Roberts. I will be your GM for this evening. These are my monkeys. This is my circus. And Simon, when you are ready, go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bean footage, let's go!
There are things that go bump in the night, and we are the ones who bump back.
We're back.
So there I was with barbecue sauce on my titties.
Oh, God damn it, not again.
I said I was sorry.
Why is it that I have so many friends that this has happened to? This is what movies taught me quicksand would be like.
Because Vine happened. And now everybody. This happens to everybody now.
I do have that Vine
It's
slash
one of those
TikTok
universal-
brain rot, so.
Yeah.
It's one of those universal human experiences. I'm sorry.
It
Yeah.
happens
Yeah.
to everyone at least once.
Yeah.
Listen, when there's barbecue
twice.
around.
Speaking of things that happen to everyone at least once, hey, everybody sitting at home, have you ever been going out for a walk with the dog that you're babysitting and suddenly found yourself standing in front of a house that should not exist? Have you ever been on a first date with someone that you're really into, and then suddenly you're standing next to your friends in your nicest suit? Have you ever been out gardening, and as you go to reach for the trowel, suddenly there's the oldest cat staring at you? Have you ever been sitting quietly listening to your records when suddenly you are listening to the sound of floors and walls rearranging themselves as you walk through them? That is where we find ourselves this evening, as we're going to start with Lucius and Eden, as our party is currently split. I believe you two are in the museum, having recently found an exhibit of Eden and their accomplishments, we'll say. Pieces of the ark are there. The apple with a bite removed from it sits on display. Lucius, it looks so delicious. But as you stand there, down from the ceiling has come a pyramid. What are you all doing?
It's an inverted pyramid coming down from the ceiling.
It is.
Question.
Answer.
I think that, or rather, I think Lucius would start like looking around to see if there are any means of entrance into this thing, and if so, what is the orientation of the entrance? Does it look like it is meant to be like an entrance befitting something that is inverted, or is it an entrance that you would think is normally meant for you to also be upside down walking into it, MC Escher style?
You don't see an entrance to this pyramid.
Okay. Also, is the audio better for folks?
You could still go up.
Okay, how about now?
Keep going.
Okay. What about now?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're on par with the rest of us.
Sounds good. I'm also going to check to see if maybe... okay, what about now? Does this sound better? I just changed Zoom to think that it was the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to keep the microphone as close to my face as possible. We're going to rock it. We're going to roll it.
Yeah.
So if there's no entrance into this thing, I think that... I think Lucius would definitely make his way back to Eden, and let them know as well. Like, hey, it just looks like this. The lower half of a hedron has made its way into this room.
Yeah. Proportionally, like, how big is it compared to the
It's
room?
massive.
It's massive? Okay.
And it's beginning to rotate.
Okay, I mean, are there any funny little markings on it or something?
You don't see any markings on this black obsidian pyramid. However, as you two are reconvening and discussing it, you hear a single voice, distorted, speaking at different volumes. The threads of time cannot take much more. We are running out of chances. We must proceed. One of you, in the roll 20, roll me 1d2. Simon, you are 1. Heck, you are 2.
I'm on it. 1.
Okay. This chorus of voices is being translated by something. What's translating it for you?
Currently, I think what is translating it for me is the corridor of doors that I have housed in my body, which contains no less than 8 harbingers, as per the ruling. So I think it's not necessarily that it's being translated in his mind. It's those other harbinger-like spirits that he has consumed that are whispering this to him.
All right. And heck, for Eden, time is beginning to break down. What effects are you seeing that are happening in this room?
In this room, I think what would be noticeable to Eden first would be a lot about the foundation. Because a lot of her experience in this house has been trying to find something natural, something that like she can latch onto. So really just any surface that can even seem remotely familiar, I think she would really pay a lot of attention to, especially anything connected to the earth. So as this time is beginning to decay and change the environment, I think it would start upsetting that foundation a little bit. She's noticing there being quakes and cracks emanating from the bottom up.
Absolutely. You definitely see this beginning to happen. You feel the tremors beneath your feet as the pyramid begins to turn faster and faster. Almost as though it's starting to pull you towards it. What do you do?
Do we want to trust in this, or?
This is the only thing that is actionable. I think Lucian or Lucius will express as much and say, we either need to find another way out, or this thing is going to take us out with it. It looks like it is going down, but I don't know if that is the correct method.
I don't know either. Is there another way out? Does it look like there's a door that was not the one that we came through?
There are other doors in the room, including the one you came through.
Won't hurt to check.
Okay. Let's just go to one, I guess.
Okay.
Lucius is going to stay as close to Eden as he can, because he knows that the nature of this place will want to try and separate them.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right, so we check a door.
Okay. You open the door. Roll me 1d8.
Eden, are you opening the door or am I opening the door?
I'll open a door. You did the last one.
Alrighty.
Six.
You open the door to the ritual room. Hundreds of cubicles stretch as far as the eye can see. Each one houses a CRT monitor that slowly bleeds static and ichor onto the desk. What ritual signs do you recognize, Eden?
Ooh. I think it would be really interesting for these screens and the like around it to have just like a documentation of rituals from a lot of different ancient cultures. From especially something that, you know, a lot of our group would be able to recognize, like especially Lucius, being, you know, a library of Alexandria in and of himself. I think that'd be really interesting. There's different sigils, different confirmations of symbols around each other. It's kind of, yeah, different rituals that both don't work with each other but are also all in the same place.
Okay. And for Lucius, as you look over Eden's shoulder, and you see this as well, what are these computers summoning?
I don't know if they themselves would even know what they were summoning. I think if they're computers, I like the idea that they are all simultaneously running a script. And for somehow it's essentially breaking down the barrier to the oldest house to let something into it that the house might not itself want within its halls. So I think that it is this ritual is to lower the defenses of the house to let in something that could usurp its autonomy.
Okay. As you are looking in this door, you see another one on the opposite side of this computer room open, and through it runs a woman. Her skin is deeply scarred and peeling, and she has several eyes that have appeared on her head. She is dressed in a long overcoat and a smart suit. And you both recognize this as someone you might have worked with before. It's hazy. You can't quite pull at the memory. But you know that this is Division Agent Susan Lopez on the opposite side of the room.
I think Eden would call out. Susan?
At the sound of her voice, she turns and begins walking towards you. Agent Lopez here. Are you the new team Division has sent in? I hope you'll do better than the last group they sent in. They barely survived 5 minutes. When we met up, we went up against when I saw and then the screams I couldn't look away. They wouldn't let me look away. Agent Lopez here. Are you the new team that Division sent in?
We are. I think Eden kind of like gives a glance over to Lucius at the repeat.
Yeah.
And also kind of wary of these screens.
Agent Lopez, how many groups before us have there been?
Well, there was the group before you.
Did they
Weren't
look
you
like
briefed
us?
before you came in?
I don't know if I'd call it briefed, more so warned.
There was no briefing. It was we found ourselves here.
She sighs and inhales deeply, pinching the bridge of her nose, avoiding the eye on the side of her nose that has popped up there. And as she breathes in deeply, another eye pops up open on her neck that wasn't there previously. We need to get things handled. Did they send you in with any new intel? Any weapons?
We are the weapons, Agent Lopez.
Right. Well, then we should be fine. And Agent Lopez here. Are you the new team Division sent in? I hope you did better than the last one they sent in. They barely survived 5 minutes.
And which way did that team go?
Which way did what team go?
The team that was here not 5 minutes ago.
Are you the new team Division sent in?
Yes, we are looking for the remnants of our previous team.
I hope you do better than the last group they sent in. They barely lasted 5 minutes. We went up against we saw the screams. I couldn't.
Where did the screams come from?
Agent Lopez here. Are you the new team that Division sent in?
And Lucius just like his eyes narrow. You can tell he's
Wait a
never
minute.
played a video game before, because like this is giving stock NPC. Like
Oh my
Maven
god. you're so
Blackbriar's
right.
my favorite. No, I think Lucius like turns to Eden and says, "You can keep talking to this one if you like. I'm going to investigate these computers."
I mean, we need to go into the room.
Yeah.
Because there's still a pyramid behind us.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, just kind of hop on in the room, maybe just
As
gingerly close the door behind us.
As Eden, you turn to close the door behind you, you see as an invisible force shoots down from the pyramid towards the floor, and the floor ripples out in all directions, heading towards you. And before you can pull the door closed, the door slams shut in your face, almost as if the house itself was preventing it from coming any closer. And that is where we'll switch over to Din and Joe.
Yay.
It's fine.
All right.
You two recently came face to face with the intruders and saw several people that were important to both of your pasts. And you were assisted by the hangman in combat, who is still with you, following you as you chase after Guinevere and the oldest cat who was abducted.
This fucking guy. Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you need something? Is there
Oh,
anything I can
man.
assist you with?
You're just so happy to help. Like that's you got to tone that down a little bit, man. This is
Oh, well, why wouldn't I be happy to help?
why would you be happy to help is my question.
Well, it's always been my dream to work for Division.
Oh,
I'm sure that if I give this test my all, I'll pass it with flying colors.
you gotta dream better, man. Division is nothing to aspire to.
Who was your normally there's like a point of contact for division. Who is yours? Who are you assigned to?
Oh, no one yet. I haven't actually been accepted yet. And recapping a little further, the hangman thinks that this is basically like their
entry
interview
exam.
process.
Yeah, entry exam.
So they don't know, they have not been accepted or officially brought into division, so they wouldn't have a point of contact yet.
Okay. Oh, so you just showed up outside the oldest house and decided to hop on in? Is that?
Oh, well, I wasn't always at the oldest house. I was in your waiting room, waiting for my interview. And then next thing
yes.
I knew, I was within the house.
Sorry, brain memories are. We gotta keep going. The oldest cat went this way, and I'm gonna turn a corner.
I guess we
Radio.
gotta go after it then or whatever.
The cats are good, and it's the best way to get back to.
The cat is a guide when it feels like guiding. It's 60-40 whether it's gonna be an asshole or helpful, really.
Oh. Well, one way or another, we need to find Lucius and Eden.
I suppose you're right. I mean, I'm sure they're fine, but let's go check on them.
Wow, you almost agreed with me.
And there is a door at the end of the hallway where you all have recently turned as you run. Or you can turn back around and look for another door.
I think that Din hasn't ever been in the oldest house, but Joe has, if I'm remembering correctly.
I may or may not have visited once or twice.
Is this a good way to go as any?
That is a dumb question in this place. Nothing stays the same. That's why the cat's such an asshole. One day you come here and the bathroom's on the left, and then the next day, if you go to the left, it's a chainsaw room. He thought that was funny. I did not think it was funny.
Chains. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, roll me 1d8.
Okay. Ah. Six.
Well,
Chainsaw room. No I'm kidding.
isn't that exciting? You have finally opened the door that your friends have also opened. You open the door, and off to your left, as you peek into a room full of hundreds of cubicles stretching as far as the eye can see, each cubicle houses a CRT monitor that slowly bleeds static and ichor into the room, or into the desk. And not too far down, off to your right, you hear a door slamming shut, and you see Lucius and Eden standing with a woman in a smart long coat, and her hair is pulled back in a bun. Her back is to you. You can't see her face yet.
Oh, thank goodness. Hi.
And Lucius like looks at the two of you. There is that hint of like distrust. I don't know if these are actually our friends or not.
I think I'll let Larry go so that Larry can do like the hi, I'm happy to see you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Larry takes one look at you, Anita, Din, and then trots over to Lucius and Eden, wagging their tail happily. This golden retriever trots right up to you, Lucius, and you see behind Din and Joe, you see a tall, lanky figure in a white suit, their head completely white and void of a face, and a black rope tied around their neck like a tie. You see the Hanged Man.
The Hanged Man.
And as Lucius addresses the two of you, Susan Lopez turns around, and you see the woman in the smart suit and jacket, hair pulled back, somewhat confused, maybe perturbed, eyes popping open all over her body.
Well, hey, how you doing?
Agent Lopez here. Are you the new team Division has sent in? I hope you'll do better than the last group they sent in. They barely survived 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure I can last a little longer than 5 minutes.
This is the third time she's said this.
Wait, what?
It's been more than 3 times.
Said what?
You
What did
know,
you say your
asking
name was
for
again,
the
lady?
new team.
Susan Lopez.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Susan.
This is the Hanged Man. We ran into them in the basement, I think.
Oh, yes. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Hope you're...
He's a
is
little
your
bit of a
assessment going as well as
tryhard.
mine is? What was that? What did you call me?
Nothing. Try hard, very try hard.
Ah, I see you found Miss Lopez.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Miss Lopez?
Oh, yes, we've met several times. She had fewer eyes the last time I saw her, though.
So the house is changing people?
Oh, it would appear so. Unless she came in like that. I'm not quite sure what she was like beforehand, but she's introduced herself several times.
Hey, Miss Lopez, did you come in here with all them eyes?
As you mention the eyes, she gets rather upset and looks down at her skin confused. I don't... Why are you asking about eyes? I don't...
Oh, man, I never said they look bad. I'm kind of into it.
Is my mascara running? I don't...
Well, it depends on which
understand.
eyes you're talking about. I'm not sure that you contoured the eye on your left eye.
The eye, that's just my leg. What are you talking about?
So this is what it's like to be on the other side of gaslighting. I get it now. I see why I upset so many people.
Buddy.
There's just this like knowing nod from Lucius, like, yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, this is what it's like to be around you all the time.
Oh, this is fun. All right, so you see that thing on your leg there? That's an eye. I can see it. They can see it. You can see it. And if you tell me that you can't see it, then I think I'm gonna learn a little bit more about myself today.
A thing on my... That's just... I don't understand what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. I don't understand why Agent Lopez, are you the new team division has sent? I
Oh,
hope you'll do better than the last one. They didn't last 5 minutes. We
see-
went up against when we saw and then the screams. I couldn't look away. They wouldn't let me look away. Agent Lopez here. Are you the new team division sent in?
I broke her. I see what you guys are talking
Oh.
about. Oh, that's kind of sad. Ooh, that's a shame too.
Lucius is investigating computers at this point.
Yeah.
Just like that was a lost cause 5 minutes ago.
No.
Okay. Are you looking for keys?
Yeah, I will. I'll look for keys. That seems good.
That's how you play this game.
I would also like to look for keys, but I'd like my key to come from Sylvia Lopez
Susan?
or Susan, one of them. I'm good at getting to the character, just not giving them. No, just kidding.
All right. Both of you roll to find your keys.
Hey,
Here we go.
Let's go.
All right, we got this. All right, this is real 20. I'm about to get. I hope it calls me pretty first before it does what it does to me.
Oh, perfect hit.
Perfect hit.
Eh,
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna add 2 darkness tokens.
Okay. Make your roll.
Well,
And for some reason, it only added 1 darkness token, but that's fine.
That's
I
still
still-
would've
Declared it.
failed.
I still would have
accept
missed.
it.
No, I still would have missed.
Okay. Okay. So on a perfect hit, is it 1 or 2 keys that you receive?
You uncover a key. That's it.
Uncover a key. As you are looking through these computers, you find, let's see. You find a floppy disk with the words "Don't forget" scrawled on it.
Okay. But the computers, they don't look like they are, like, that we can interrupt them at all.
You can try.
Sure. It's part of grasping the key, because I want to find out what's on this floppy.
Okay.
I know I'm not supposed to copy them, but reading them is fine.
Too true. You go looking and you find in one of the drawers a floppy disk reader, the kind that would be like in addition to the tower that you can plug in.
Yeah.
And you plug it in, you put the floppy disk in, and the computer for a moment just stops. The static and black ichor that has been oozing from it slowly fades into the desk. And it's quiet for a moment before the screen flickers to life. And you see Din's face. It's rewriting our memories. There's not much here. It's too small. I can't fit it all onto this disc. I don't... Larry, one moment. It's rewriting everything. You need to write it in the book. You need to write it down. It can't change it. And then the floppy disk stops.
Lucius just stands straight up and begins looking for doors.
Lucius, at the sound of this, you do remember that Eden did find, I believe it was Eden that was given a book by the cat
Yep.
and told to write things down in it.
Write things down.
Yeah, and Lucius is just, I think, then going up to Eden. Like, book, where is the book?
Book.
Book. He'll hold out his hand and ask for it.
Oh, okay.
I need to try
What is this
something.
about?
I found something over there. Essentially, I think what we can do, and then he'll take the book and start writing. We entered the house and proceeded down the corridor facing in front of us, and is like writing the instructions that led them to this point, being as articulate as he can, and say, Din just told me from a time that we were all previously here that they cannot change what is inside this book.
Oh.
And how can you trust the floppy disk?
Because I trust you. And then he'll go back to scrawling in the book as much as he can.
Okay.
Joe's just gonna make sure you don't write anything about him in the book.
No, he writes factually. This is a like almost mechanical recollection. As somebody who has been in far too many board meetings and has been asked to collect notes, Lucius is just writing, like he's not writing like your interactions or quips. Just Joe went there. We found Joe here.
All the same, we don't know how much protection this book gives, and if the book allows for things to be rewritten, maybe keep me out the book.
And Lucius, I think, like turns to look at Joe. Would that be a good time for Joe's grasping at keys?
Yeah. I
Well,
failed.
Yeah.
But I will mark a ruin to uncover a key.
Okay.
So I think that for a split second, Lucius, when you're talking to Joe, like it's one of those you look down at the book, you look at Joe, you look back down at the book, and you look again. And I think for a split second, he is in his full corrupted silver crown regalia look with sword in hand, like, don't put me in the book. And then you look back down, and then it's just regular Joe again.
Amazing.
Okay. Joe, you notice that there is a file folder tucked into the inner lining of Agent Lopez's jacket. And it's easy enough for you to take it from her. And you find within it plans of a secret underground facility for the division base that you all work at.
Yahtzee. Here, why don't you put this in the book instead?
He will. In the book where we're able to write in it, have we looked in this book before?
Yeah, it's just a blank book.
Okay, gotcha. I think Lucius will, while looking at the book and looking at the doors outside of the room, I think Lucius would ask ask the cat, what is the least dangerous room in this house?
The cat's
Were you asking?
gone.
I am asking the cat.
The cat
Cat's
is gone.
Oh, never mind.
The cat was taken by Guinevere.
He will ask. I think he'll ask the hangman, be like, "Have you been here for a long time?"
Oh, well, I'm not quite sure. I came in this morning and I spoke to the receptionist who told me to wait in the lobby and that I would be called in for my interview. And then I was here.
Understood. I think
I met you all a short while later.
I think Lucius will write in the book. Lucius approached the far end of the room and opened the door to reveal a division break room fully equipped with cheese danishes.
Very specific. I love it.
Okay.
After writing it, Lucius will close the book and approach the door that he intended from his writing in the book, and he will open the door.
You open the door to a break room. There are cheese danishes on one of the table.
Lucius will close the door and look at the rest of the party.
Can I see that book for just a moment?
And
Hey,
Lucius, I think Lucius says, "Don't stray too far. This house still wants to separate."
I'll be right here.
No, go ahead.
He's going to write down. Lucius will open the door in front of us, to which on the other side, Guinevere will be caught unaware and ready for a conversation with an old friend. He closed the book.
Okay.
Lucius, could you be so kind as to 1 second?
Wait, does this mean she's also going to be in a break room with cheese Danish?
All right. How's my breath? Open the door.
Lucius looks really confused because he doesn't know what you wrote in the book. So he will open the door, expecting cheese Danish room.
You open the door to a division break room with cheese danishes on the table. There's no one else inside.
Joe's gonna walk into that room and just start cussing. You motherfucker! You always do this. You always make things more difficult than they have to be. Just give me the cat so I can go home. I feel better. It's gonna eat one of these cheese.
Oh, sometimes that's all it takes.
Sometimes you get a little hangry.
Mm-hmm.
Just need a snack. I'm gonna walk over to the hangman.
Okay.
You said you met us a short while later.
Yes.
Which time?
What do you mean, which time?
I mean, we've apparently been at this for several cycles.
Oh my.
Is this the first time that you've met us?
Well, yes, as
In
far
the
as I'm
basement
aware.
below.
Is that what they do when you fail the initiation test?
What?
But I kill him.
No, so this isn't actually part of the test. You came on a very bad day for division.
Oh my.
A very unusual day.
Mm-hmm.
So none of this is actually part of the test.
Oh, dear.
This is
Okay.
actual field work happening.
Oh, they threw me right in the field after seeing my potential. You know what? I knew that I would be a perfect fit for division.
God, I hate him.
Joe, just eat a Danish. Okay. It's not so much that they saw your potential so much as you stumbled into a very, very dangerous situation.
Well, when one stumbles into a very dangerous situation, one must persevere. That's what I always say. I thought that would be a good test answer.
That is actually a very good test answer. Once we clear all this up and we get everything sorted and back to normal and the oldest house is dispatched, or we find the harbinger, I'll be sure to put in the good word for you.
Oh, thank you. I very much appreciate that.
I don't know. I'd like to. There's something I would like to do.
Okay.
Let me just look at my moves real quick. I'm trying to reveal my heart to the hangman.
Okay.
And I'm trying to like connect to just be like, this is very dangerous and you should be afraid. I know I am. And it's okay to admit that you don't know what you're doing here.
Oh, well. I don't know what I'm doing anywhere. I have already died once, you see.
Is that the...
Yeah. I
Okay.
hear that they tell folk tales about me. Rather delightful. In some of them, I'm evil. In others,
You're boring.
Oh, well, yes, that's one way to put it. Thank you very much.
I just got a perfect hit.
Fantastic. So let's see. Your heart reaches theirs. Choose one. If they are a PC and they choose to deepen the connection further, you choose 1, 2. So you will just they will choose 1, 2. Okay. So you can choose any of those 4. But they will thank you for your kindness and say that they will put in a good word for you as well.
Oh, I'm already a division agent and I have been for quite some time, but I appreciate maybe you can put me up for a commendation.
Very well.
Okay, so I am going to... I could clear a condition, friends, and because I'm very close to that edge of I am one condition away from being in a mighty bad way, folks. But you know what? Instead, I am going to get a bond to help on a roll later on.
Okay. Edge of Glory starts playing in the background of this theme by Lady Gaga.
Gaga. Gaga.
Gaga. Yes, you can definitely do. Does anyone else want to do anything within this room? Is anyone else partaking in the Danishes? They're quite good.
They're okay.
I'll
I
take
think
a
Lucius-
Danish.
They're
Lucius
delicious.
is purposefully like trying to keep the door open.
Okay.
Since we found like this small sort of bubble of division, I think I'm going to take now I want to call her Sylvia, but it's not Sylvia.
Susan.
Agent
Susan.
Lopez.
Susan, Agent Lopez. I'm going to take Agent Lopez.
This is the power of Joe.
Thank you, Joe. And just be like, we should probably put you someplace where you're going to be safe. The break room's over here, and there's some Danish if you want to have a snack.
Oh, a snack sounds good. Are you the new agents that they've sent?
We are, and that's why we're here to take over and
Okay.
make sure that you're safe.
Wonderful. Yes, a Danish does sound good. And Susan takes a deep breath at that, and another eye pops up on her skin.
I do that too. Sometimes it's okay.
Do what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
And I'll sort of set her down in the break room with like a Danish and maybe like fix her a cup of coffee.
Yeah, yeah. The good coffee's here. The kind in the individual packets where you just have to open the one packet and pour it in to the filter. So easy. So simple.
What, K-cups? What, I look like a pleb?
Oh,
I think once everyone is in the break room, I think Lucius will follow in, and he'll sit and open the book and just start like contemplating it. I think.
Pyramid sugar? Oh, go ahead, Lucius. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all right. I think because the break room has the door that they came from, and then it would have another door out.
It does.
So I think Lucius will try and see how Stranger Than Fiction this is. Like, he's familiar enough with the division break room. I think that they all are. So he will put, like, he'll start writing details about the break room and see, and check their validity. Like, if in one of the cupboards, for example, he can, like, appear some gummy bears or something like that. Like, something that he knows, like, might be feasible. And then if that comes true, he will also try seeing if they can create an opening. Like, if one of the doors underneath the sink can double as a door into another room. Like, what is the limitations of this object that they have discovered?
You begin writing things down, and it would seem that it's not just conjuring things at a whim for you, but it was able to conjure the arrangement of a room. You go and you check the door on the opposite side of the room, and it opens to a hallway. Similar to one that you passed through before while you were walking with the oldest cat lined with portraits. And as you go and check the cupboards, they're all bare except for one that you open up, and that one opens to... that one opens to the director's office. You see a office that is sparse and unwelcoming. A table sits painfully open in the space. There's a water cooler with claw marks in it, and a bloodied rock not too far away from that.
I'll relay the news to the group.
Okay.
You relay that news. Joe and Din, the director's office, is where you both were previously.
We've been to this room before.
Did it have the claw marks on the inside of the...
Claw marks and the bloodied rock, yes. Unfortunately. So it looks like we've done a loop of some sort?
Hey, I'm Joe. Are you the new team diversity sent in? Here's hoping you last back longer than the last group. They only lasted
Joe,
5 minutes.
Joe, please.
I'm just messing.
Okay. There's an awesome sigh of relief from Edith. That actually scared her.
No. Yeah, everything did say is true.
So what I think is what we are able to do with this book. Joe, you wrote that we would find somebody, correct?
No, he wrote the name down, Guinevere.
But a person.
Yeah, yes.
I think what we are able to do is that we can help identify what kind of room we are going to be going into. This looks like it is capable of a 6 walls, a cube of space that if we fill exact enough, we might be able to help better navigate through this house. But we have to be careful what we do and how we do it. Because if we mess anything up in the depiction of what we are going to be finding, it could have a negative consequence.
Could we use it to find the oldest cat?
We cannot, from my understanding, we cannot state that the oldest cat will be in the room, and we cannot make a mention of it, but if we know roughly what room the oldest cat is in, then we could make sure that we are getting to that room.
Fortunately, the oldest... Oh, go ahead.
It was exactly. If we're looking for someone, I think our best chance is to describe where we think they might be. If that makes sense, is that what we're? Okay.
Where would a 6 foot tall warrior woman take it? The oldest cat.
As you say this, Din, the door that Lucius opened previously to check opens, and through it walks Sister Midnight. Sister Midnight, a muse with large black eyes that contain galaxies, soft and full body, dressed in exquisite finery and silks. Sister Midnight looks like she stepped out of a Renaissance painting. He smells of the forest after the rain. Sister Midnight's form subtly changes from moment to moment, appearing more masculine or feminine between breaths. They walk across the floor, not paying you any mind, to the coffee machine, pour themselves a cup, lean back against the counter, take a sip, and sigh contentedly. I will show you her artwork.
Hey.
Yes.
He's a looker.
Hello?
Is she free on Thursdays?
I mean,
They might be.
Dibs.
Hey!
Joe just gets up and starts to walk, puts his hand on Lucius Dibs.
No.
Goes over. Hello. How can I help you?
I don't know, honey. How can you help me?
I have a list of skills that I could utilize. Do you need somebody found? Do you need money? Do you need rest? Do you need exercise? Whatever you got. I'm flaming out here. I hate this place. What's your name?
Well, those lists of skills don't include charisma now, do they?
Oh no, I'm very charismatic. It's just that I'm being tortured by an ex at the moment.
Which one is your ex?
Do you know the individuals in this very old house?
Most of them. Some of them. You're
Well,
all new.
I like to keep things exciting. Guinevere's my ex, but if you play your cards right, you could be one too.
I could be your ex.
Yeah. Oh man, our breakup will be epic.
Hard pass.
Okay. Let me know when you change your mind. Oh, also, could you help us find Guinevere and the oldest cat?
The oldest cat.
Yes.
Might be hard to find them. The oldest house is dying. Such a shame, really. I
How
don't
does
feel alive. I don't feel alive anymore. I suppose dying along with the house won't be too terrible. I will be sad to say goodbye to that charming agent running around here. Walker is terribly handsome.
you're not
I
talking
would
about the
never tell her
hangman,
that.
right? Oh, okay, Walker. I thought you were talking about the hangman. You would have changed my perspective on you completely if that was the agent you were talking about. But that he's not really an agent now that I think about it. Um, why is the house dying?
I don't know. I'm assuming that's supposed to be your job. You knew the oldest cat. They were the keeper of this place.
Yeah, I know lots of things. I'm trying to figure out what you know, though. I'm hoping that you could be helpful, but you are failing. So could you pick it up?
Oh, honey. The only one failing here is you. So, how are the rest of you doing? And he will walk over to your table where you're all eating danishes.
GM, may
Yeah?
I use my move, I remember the taste of you? When I first encounter a named NPC or faction, I can declare that the remnants within me recognize them. When I do so, spend darkness tokens and roll.
Go for it.
Oh boy. Show me potato salad. It's not. Oh, there it goes. Hey!
Oh my god, snake eyes.
Misses.
Woof.
So on a 7-, they know about the remnants within me and the power of my hunger. They will immediately place you in a vulnerable position. The keeper will tell you what happens next.
Sister Midnight looks at you, and she kind of clocks that you're trying to figure out who they are, and leans in close and goes, "Why don't you shift that eye patch and show me the real you? Still in there?"
And I think, like, he sort of, like, stiffens a little bit. Does she say this loud enough for others to hear?
You're all at the same table.
Okay.
But it's rather low. It's more of a low threat.
Okay. And I think Lucius, like, bodily control is lacking on one side that goes up to, like, lift the eye patch, and he has to, like, grab his hand to pull it down. I think that there is, like, a lack of bodily autonomy that occurs at this request. And he says, that was a long time ago. I understand. I used to be fun. This is not the time for games.
Oh. End of the world is always a good time for a game. How about the rest of you? Go on, tell me your troubles. I'll be your muse. Maybe I'll inspire you.
Well, you're talking about...
Except for that one.
Oh. I just wanted to clarify something. It very well cannot be the end of the world. Just thought I'd put that out there.
Why is that?
Because I didn't say so.
Oh. You think there's more than one way to end the world?
I think there's
That's
only...
quaint.
Wait. I think she just blew Joe's mind. Like...
You think that you're the first from Division to come through here? Oh, and don't get me started on all those harbingers that always try to come in here and muck about. The house has a really good time dealing with those.
But whatever it's currently dealing with, I don't think it quite knows what to do with. The weird, not plant things. They looked like plants, but then they were like appendages of some kind. And I don't know, something's not quite right here.
Nothing is ever quite right here. That's the beauty of it. It's a rather interesting prison.
And are you one of the prisoners? Or are you the jailer?
Oh, no. I'm stuck here like many others. Apparently stuck here like you. It's rather fun.
And I think Lucius sort of just, like, he is, he does not find this enjoyable, I think. Like, as a person, or as a character, Lucius does not find this enjoyable. As a player, I think this is great. Just want to establish that.
Maybe the problem is we haven't been seeing this as a prison. Maybe we need to talk to somebody that is familiar with prisons.
Ooh. There's a good idea. This one's smarter than he looks. Good luck getting out.
Sister Midnight, you have been in this place for some time, yes?
A while.
Do you have a knowledge of if there are specific rooms that do not change in this place?
Well, I've never been in the same room twice.
Okay.
We have.
Well, then you must be special. And then he boops you on your nose.
Oh. That's the first time that's ever happened. I'd like to grasp at a key, please, while we're in this break room with Sister Midnight. Spend 1 darkness token and roll for it. Ah, I should have said 2. That's a 7, so it's a miss.
Rip.
No
No key for
bonds.
you.
But I will mark ruin to uncover 1 anyway.
Well, okay. Like, unless you, I guess you're saving that bond. That's probably a smart thing to do.
I'm gonna save that bond for a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, I could spend that bond with Hangman, but I think I'm gonna mark a ruin instead.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to do something dumb.
Give me one
Intrigued.
moment.
Okay. Bracing for stupid. Bracing for stupid.
Let me
I'm,
prepare.
I'm checking what keys I already gave you versus what's left in the list. Did I do this one yet? No. Okay. Din, as you're talking to Sister Midnight and kind of just mentally reassessing things after getting booped on the snoot, you look past her through the door that Lucius left open, and you see a group of ghosts hovering in midair, swaying gently in a non-existent breeze.
Oh, there's I think a few more residents we can talk to.
You all can talk to the residents all you like. I feel like they're sending us in circles and being completely unhelpful, but looking all right-ish doing it. Midnight always says that.
Damn.
No, I think we need an outside perspective, and if I'm gonna be trapped in here, I can't think of a soul that I wouldn't. I can't think of somebody that I wouldn't want trapped in here more than a friend of mine. And I would like to use my power. I just had my character sheet up and I lost it. I'm so sorry. 1 second.
It's okay.
I would like to use my power. Borrowed power.
Okay.
Along the walls of the world, beings of twisted power await my bidding. I can summon a creature from another world to help me. I am going to spend 3 darkness tokens on this,
Okay.
and
Big spender.
it can be bad, y'all. It can be bad.
Oh no, I hope it's not.
It could be bad.
All right, so oh no, that's Dynast. Oh, I thought I did spin and roll. Oh, whoops, that's I see what happened. Never mind, don't mind me. Here we go. Now we're rolling. Yeah. Okay, so it didn't add any of my 3, but I did say I was adding 3, which would be 8.
I'll take it. Okay.
Okay.
And on a hit, what? Let's see.
On an 8, the summoning wards hold, and you have the upper hand for now. Choose one. The summoned creature is fire and rage, violence and storm. They will destroy a vulnerable target before the summoning unravels. The creature will answer any one question truthfully, take 1 bond with what the dark demands of you, or the summoned creature will uncover a key for you at great cost to you. It shares an ominous warning before it fades. I think I'm gonna go for the 3rd one.
The 3rd one?
Yeah,
Ooh.
the summoned creature will uncover a key for you at great cost to you. It shares an ominous warning before before it fades away. I am summoning the demon that tortures me in hell again.
Oh gosh, what
back.
did we name? What did we name him?
Oh no, what did we name
I
it?
don't remember, but I think he just has a bunch of names. That's how I'm
That
playing
makes
it.
sense.
So I'm
I
gonna
like
I'm
this.
gonna name him this time Raphael.
Yeah.
Someone's been playing Baldur's Gate 3.
You goddamn right.
There's
whole
another
song
one named
breaks out.
Donatello. It's fine.
Yes, Raphael is summoned into the room. And you hear from Sister Midnight just a ooh as he steps through a portal.
Hey,
Hey,
sorry
am
to
I
bring you in.
dragging you back or why
Oh
am I
no.
here?
No, I dragged you this time. We're in the oldest house and apparently it's dying. I need some help. And I figured you know I mean you work in hell, the ultimate prison, so like maybe you got some insights on how to I can get the fuck out of here. Or you're stuck with me forever and we could hang out like the old times.
I mean, it's like I told you in hell, all you have to do is just move past your own personal guilt and
Oh, I mean,
work
see,
past your
you.
trauma.
I don't need to be tortured with the therapy torture right now.
It's not hell is of your own choosing. So if this is hell, I mean,
Well, well,
you
don't
got
act
better
like it
company.
did. Don't
Damn.
act like it didn't take you a couple of centuries to figure out. That hurts me more than pitchforks. Okay, you came in all traditional fire and brimstone. Then you started talking to me and realized that we're not gonna do this in front of people. All right, can you help me?
Hey, Raph, how's it going?
Hey, good. He's still not facing his
Oh
shortcomings
my
and
God.
Definitely not.
No, never
okay.
once. No.
All
Oh,
right.
you too now, Lucius?
Danish, and he offers food.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so, and Raphael sits down, and this attractive gentleman is in a nice black suit with a white shirt, black tie, horns that curl backwards, really great hair.
Oh, so good.
It has a fantastic barber in hell. Sits down with the Danish and takes a bite, and so, what do you need? I mean,
Yeah.
asking for help, that is a good step on your road to recovery. I will say that, my
Holy
friend.
shit. Listen, I was fine when I died. I was
Were
fine when I
you?
got brought back, and I'm fine now. All right. I
My
don't.
therapist says that fine stands for feelings inside not expressed.
You are a goddamn angel of the
I
Lord.
like that one. That's a good one. I'm gonna hang on. And Raphael pulls out a book and writes that down, Din.
And you are a demon from Satan. You two, I don't like this. Stop talking to each other right now. It's like we have two groups of friends. He looks over at Eve. It's like we have two groups of friends, and anyway, we
Yeah,
are.
it's not typical for both the devil and the angel on your shoulder to make fun of you simultaneously. This is very strange.
I know that you're
Look,
making an
there's
observation, but it hurts.
look. Christianity has absolutely twisted a whole lot of what goes on down there. Honestly, it's mostly just people trapped in a cycle of their own self doubt and loathing. And once they move past that, I mean, they're able to go up to the big place in the sky. And Lucifer, I mean, honestly, he's pretty chill. I mean, someone had to watch over those lost souls, so he's really doing the Lord's work if you think about it.
Oh yeah, it's only me in repetitive cycles that keep me in hell, not the fact that I betrayed. I don't know the Son of God.
Is he still throwing the orgies to avoid dealing with his emotions?
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
He calls
Okay.
them wrestling leagues now.
Oh, wrestling leagues. That's a new one.
I, Lucius,
There's a whole
own
bracket.
this house.
Oldest house, yeah. Older than the universe itself. What do you need?
We're trapped in it. Apparently, it's dying,
Oh, that sucks.
and we need to get out. And also, he walks over and kind of leads to Raphael. I need to get out, but I don't want to kill my friends again. So, like, you know,
Oh, it's that house.
yeah, I could get out, but and I like these ones. So, like,
Proud of you. Proud of me.
shut up.
Um, so you're in the oldest. Have you have you seen the others that came with you before? I know that was a big thing last time we talked. That
I ran into Guinevere and I've been trying to avoid Arthur. I'm pretty sure Arthur's here. That'll be a whole thing.
yeah, talk to him before you this. Oh, so this is that house where you left. You left him. You left him.
I had an opportunity and I maximized that opportunity. That particular opportunity that was one that the people that I came in with were not quick on the uptake for. I may have trapped them in here to die. As you do.
All right. Well, let's see. How can I help?
Gonna be judged by a fucking demon.
Hey, you called me here. Watch your
Right.
language.
Excuse me.
I saw that eye roll. He has his back turned towards you as he's thinking.
So much.
Well, I mean, he looks through the open doorway and says, I don't know, that thing could have something to do with it. And as he points to that thing, you see a large brain that slowly drags itself across the floor before skittering away into the shadows. And I think that's a good place to go to break.
Hooray!
Oh, okay.
Wonderful. So we are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. And we'll see all of you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. Hello, everybody.
So I had barbecue
See what
sauce
you
on my
have.
titties, right? And I was
Again.
just.
Nora, this is the third time this week.
It's a common issue.
You know, when that Sweet Baby Ray's opens up, I can't control my,
Oh,
I put that shit on everything.
even my titties. Oh, sorry, correction. My middies.
oh.
Man, titties.
I
Look,
love
with
you all
my
so
with
much.
the fact that my hair is shaved now, when I go red in the face, it's gonna be the full. It's gonna be the full gambit. I'm just gonna be red now.
Oh,
Local radish and internet sensation, the indoor adventurer.
yo, I didn't know it. I know that's not what you meant, but like, I kind of want to see you cosplay Gambit now. I think you'd kill it.
Mon
I'm
Cherie,
here for
and
it.
I'd throw cards at people.
You throw cards, but they're not playing cards. They're Magic the Gathering cards that you just don't
Oh
want
my
anymore.
god.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Gambit.
It's Gambit, but his hair is the Yu-Gi-Oh hair.
And he has like the fucking like card holder thing that you put on your arm.
Oh yes, the dual
It's-
disc from
Yeah.
the Battle City
Gambit.
arc.
It's Gambit, but it's Ash's voice, and you're throwing Pokemon cards.
The meta narrative. I
Oh
must
my-
complete.
It's the Gambit outfit with the dual disc Ash's hat. And a Digivolver on the waistband.
Some white-dude Comic-Con would threaten my life, or he'd think it would be really
No,
funny.
that's hilarious.
We are
That's
so
non-canon!
so far off topic.
You gotta add more. You gotta have like a Naruto Uzumaki suit on.
Simon, do you have any channel announcements? Otherwise, I'm taking back this circus.
Hey, guess what? Tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you've waited for it. We've all wanted it. We're going to be playing Indoor Adventures Presents Gold Rush, a 4th edition campaign set in a Wild West world setting made by our very own Danae Keener of DanaeKeener.com, who has stated that the world is not entirely inspired, but heavily inspired by things such as One Piece. So if that sounds fun to you, or if you want to tune in to watch me be an old prospector who's gonna be doing a voice like this the whole campaign, then come on by to Indoor Adventures, twitch.tv/ at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be a great time. Yeehaw. Am I right, ladies?
Yeehaw.
I'm not going to be able to watch the show because I'll be crying the whole time from laughing with that voice.
You's going to get you.
Please no. So, coming back to where we left off, Raphael points towards the open door for you, Joe, and you see a large brain that slowly drags itself across the floor before skittering away into the shadows.
Well, just summons Excalibur. It makes its way over to where the brain was scattered, skittering.
You go to the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone going with Joe?
Fuck,
We gotta
Lucius
stay
is like
together.
scrambling to get his
The
stuff
party
on the
can't-
table.
Can't split the party again.
All right. You all head to the other room. The ghosts are floating above your head, swaying gently in a non-existent breeze. And you listen. And you listen. And for a moment, you think you hear skittering coming from beneath the desks. But, excuse me. Gosh, that White Claw's coming back. But when you go to look, there is nothing there. But you feel the tremors begin underneath your feet. Just like you felt, Lucius and Eden. And unfortunately for you, the clock ticks forward.
Oh no.
As the oldest house begins to dream. And the room begins to rearrange itself around you, first into a hallway. You see the patterns on the floor change from wood grain to carpet, plush beneath your feet. The walls close in and the computer seemingly melts away. The one that you put the floppy disk into, Lucius, playing the same message with Din's face over and over and over again as it fades away. And suddenly you are standing in a hallway, and the hallway begins to tilt upward. And as it does, you expect to fall backwards down the hallway, but you tilt with it, your feet remaining on the ground until you are in a hallway that is perfectly vertical, standing as though gravity means nothing. And at the other end of the hallway, a door opens. And through it, step the infiltrators. One wearing the face of Guinevere, and two more wearing the face of beloved friends of yours. Din, who is one of these infiltrators wearing the face of?
Avery.
Avery. Avery again. And Lucius. Who's an NPC that the other infiltrator is wearing the face of?
Does this have to be an NPC that's known to everybody?
I'm going to say no.
It is a face that looks like Lucius's, but much older. Maybe a more paternal face. It's his dad. Or, actually, even better, it won't be his dad. It'll be a face that is only recognizable to Din otherwise. It's the face of the tiny man.
Okay. You see these three down the hallway. You don't see the oldest cat with them, but they are charging towards you with their weapons drawn, ready to attack.
Din is going to reach into the gaping void of their chest, sort of skirt past the blackened, still beating heart, and reach for the sword to pull it free.
Okay. You pull your sword free. Does anyone else prepare?
Yes. So we're in a hallway, right?
We're in a hallway.
Okay. Yeah, I think Lucius is more just like undoing his first button, rolling up his sleeves a little bit, like, or actually, he takes off his coat. It's not getting ripped this time.
Oh.
Okay. Where do you put your coat?
Just on a side table. If there's like a little side table where there like be pictures or something.
As I had my sword out, would I be able to just get the jump on them? Just swipe?
You can try. They're coming down the hallway towards you. So you can charge ahead and make an attack at one of them.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Because of come on, tough guy. Uh, every time I take the action for, oh no, because sometimes I'm angry. Whenever I unleash the dark, I get 3 tokens. So I'm gonna use my brand new 3 tokens and swing.
Okay.
6, 7. I think that would be a miss, even if it included it.
Got
Okay,
any bonds?
Yeah.
I
Think you're a little low on bonds, aren't you?
I think I'm fresh out. Hold on. Yeah, I'm fresh out. Nobody's bonding with your boy. You know,
To be
just
fair, been a little bit of shit.
yeah, I finished shit.
This is also the first time you've missed with Excalibur, right?
You're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, I forgot to hold on. I think there's a thing that happens. Um okay. Alrighty. I gain a bond when I use this weapon.
Oh.
Um, so I would like to spin it's a bond between me and Arthur. I have to do a flashback
Okay.
in order for this to happen. Um, in the flashback, we actually see um Arthur busting Guinevere and Joe. Uh and instead of yelling and fighting, they talk it out like 3 adults and they come to an agreement. And they're all three a couple, which kind of shows you it wasn't the cheating that really did things in.
Hmm.
Um, but with that, I am going to spin the bond I have with Arthur, to bump this up
Mm-hmm.
to an 8, so it will
Okay.
hit.
Okay. Who are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for.
Are you aiming for Guinevere?
No. I'm
Okay.
aiming for the one that Lucius conjured up.
Okay. The tiny man.
Yeah, tiny man. He's getting the sword to the brain.
Good. The less time he spends here, the fewer questions people will ask.
Okay. You go ahead and you hit the tiny man. On a hit, you inflict a condition?
Oh yes, that's right. I have to do that part
Mm-hmm.
now. There's so much. Um,
There is.
on a 8 or 9, I get to choose two to get past their defenses, inflict a condition, get what I want from them, avoid reprisals, harm, or cost, gain the upper hand for now, expose a weakness or a flaw, or confuse them for some time. I'm going to pick expose a weakness or a flaw, assuming
Mm-hmm.
that they all share the same one. And then I am going to. Okay, so I have a question. It
Okay.
says get what you want from them. What Joe wants is to figure out how to get the hell out of here. So I I I'm gonna choose that one and let you interact that however you want. I'm
Okay.
prepared to be disappointed.
Okay. Um, you I'm going to say that this is more of a general sense you get. You get a
Mhm.
sense that these infiltrators that you are dealing with are part of a larger entity. These are the attack pawns. This isn't the thing that you need to stop here in order to save the oldest house. And you would know from your previous experience in the oldest house, you don't necessarily leave the oldest house of your own volition. It chooses to allow you to go. So it's keeping you here for a reason.
I think as he slices through that guy, because part of what's happening with him and Excalibur is corruption, he is going to yell at the house, "You don't send pawns to kill a king." And like as he says that, the crown is gonna manifest and the silver on the arm is going to elongate and just kind of curl around like a witchblade.
Okay. You can definitely do that. Anything else for your turn? That it?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. Who's up next?
People with swords out, I think, would probably be the best.
I'm just trying to determine what my best course of action is. I think that I would like to. I think. Okay, folks. Do we go in for a penny and for a pound with this one?
Yes.
Do I pull the same move that I did in episode 1 again?
Perhaps.
Larry is sitting there next to you, panting.
Oh no. Oh no.
Doing that dog smile up at you,
Oh
wagging his
no.
tail.
Oh no.
What do you do?
Why you gotta make me feel bad about this, Sarah?
It's my job.
I
It's
know.
literally my job to make you feel
I'm
things
well
in this game.
aware.
What are you gonna do to protect this creature that was put in your care?
I'm going to just look down at Larry, say, "Larry, heal," and then put Larry behind me. And the darkness, the dark void in the chest begins to crack and shatter as the face reveals the true angelic presence that is beneath the surface. I'm going to use Harrowing Beauty.
Okay.
So I have to mark a condition. My last condition,
Okay.
Merciless. They are going to be stunned by the revelation, and doing so will provide a fleeting opportunity before they come to their senses. And I just hit my breaking point.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Get thee behind me, Larry.
Okay, when you mark your fourth condition, you reach your breaking point, your emotions overwhelm you, and you lose control. When you do so, read the unique description of your breaking point out loud. Follow the instructions and work with the keeper and others to play out this scene. This is a big moment.
You've barely been able to keep the grief and anger at bay. It rises in you now. You feel time wither away as you relive the trauma and heartbreak. Your guilt turns you into a weapon. Describe how you will make everyone and everything around you pay for what happened to your people and how you go too far. The Keeper will tell you how the faintest hope surfaces before you destroy it, and who walks away to perpetuate the cycle of violence and pain.
Okay. So what does this look like for Din?
I think that the face, the human visage shatters, and it's just this, what should be this beautiful angelic light is just this crackling darkness sea of stars, with many eyes blinking out where the stars should be. And I think Din in that moment just the sword almost takes on a move of its own and just begins slashing through the air at these creatures, ready to destroy anything and anyone in the path. And I think Din just begins slices down one, slices down the other, slices down the other, and then just keeps slashing.
Okay.
I have a
Lucius.
question.
What's your question?
So, for the breaking point, if they were to hypothetically clear every condition that they had, would they revert from the breaking point?
After you reach your breaking point at the end of the scene, Din will be clearing all conditions and marking ruin once.
Understood.
Yep.
Because I have a move that can clear all conditions from another PC.
Might be good to save for the next time.
Well,
But as it has already been triggered.
Yep.
And the scene is already moving forward.
On that one, for sure.
So yes, Din, you do cut down these foes with Larry behind you. He's currently scratching behind his ear.
Oh, sweet boy.
Totally oblivious to the fact that you have gone full angelic warrior. But you don't stop slashing, and Joe is up there. Joe? Din just came out of nowhere, full angel mode, and sliced down all the opponents in front of you, and isn't stopping. Is there anything that Joe can do to help Din come back?
Oh, yeah, Joe's on his tweak shit too. So let's see. I think
It doesn't have to be a move. It could be something akin to opening your heart. But how do we bring Din back from this in this scene?
honestly, like, I think in the mindset Joe is in right now, he thinks like this is one of those times you need to beat your buddy's ass. like every now and then you gotta throw hands with your buddy to check him. And he's very much in the checking mood. So real quick, hands, Anita.
Anita, is that okay? All right. I got a confirmation.
Okay.
Hands.
In that
Use
case,
your safety tools at home, everybody.
in that case, seeing Din just kind of go full angelic warrior, um, Joe's going to take Excalibur and go, "This is a god that you will not strike down so easily," and he is going to swing. 8, 9, 10. So that is that is a 10.
Okay.
And
if
instead
you're using Excalibur, we need a flashback, right?
yes.
Okay.
The flashback is going to be of them in the house. Arthur, Guinevere, and Joe. And it's a moment between Arthur and Guinevere where, they're all freshly new to the division, and there's just a very sweet, intimate moment between Arthur and Guinevere where Arthur promises, "No, we're all gonna get out of this house together. It's just another mission." And something about it just rubbed Joe the wrong way, and you can just see like the jealousy in Joe's eyes with them sharing that moment. So it's
Why
and
didn't he reassure you like that, Joe?
that's what the fuck I'm saying. That's right. You can still have romantic depiction with a polycule. I get y'all do this in Hollywood.
Judas, where's my hug, Iscariot?
Honestly.
Doesn't he seem like a where's my hug guy? Yeah, all that said, um, yes, I successfully swing at Din, and I get to choose two. And what I am going to choose is to confuse them for some time and to gain the upper hand for now. So I don't think he went in for a lethal strike. I think he said, I'm not a god, you're gonna strike down so easily, and kind of just put them in a position where his sword is to their chest. It's up to you, dude. If you want to keep the fight going, I'm down. But it's up to you.
I think Din is going to move through the sword and into your face.
I think seeing that happen, he's just gonna whisper, clearly you're not, clearly you are ignorant to what this sword can do. But I appreciate the gusto. You gonna strike me down now, angel of God?
As you say that, Joe, there's a soft bark from the other end of the hall, Din.
I think as Din is this like almost sea of stars and not necessarily human in any form, I think at that moment hearing the soft bark, Din's form begins to start to reconstitute. And there is now a sword in their chest. In a human chest.
We'll see how. Sorry if that sucked.
I think I needed it.
Yeah. I know you did. Now get your shit together and shut that damn dog up.
Lawrence?
Woof. Lawrence is at the other end of the hall, has found a potted plant that he has decided is an aggressor and is doing the butt in the air, paws down, bounce back and forth, trying to protect you all from this inanimate object.
I mean, the last time we confronted a potted plant in this house, it was dangerous. So you know what? Good job. Good job, Larry.
Good Lawrence, yeah.
Good thinking.
Yeah. But Eden and Lucius, you saw all of this. Din going full angel mode. Coming back to it after a mighty blow from Excalibur.
Mark that ruin.
Thanks to Joe. Yep, mark that ruin. Clear your conditions.
You're doing the Lord's work, Larry. I think at this point, Din sort of clutches their chest a little, as if feeling something start to beat inside.
You cut out a little bit there. What was that?
So I said, Din begins to clutch their chest a little, as if beginning to feel something beat inside.
Finding a heart can hurt.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I know you don't have a heart, but I still did the courtesy of trying to avoid it, so. It's weird when you're a big blorb of divinity. Did my best guess.
Actually, it was a very good shot. You missed most things that were vital.
On purpose, of course.
Oh. I wouldn't have taken it personally if you didn't.
We need to get out of here.
We need to find Arthur.
Now, why would you say that?
Yes, there was a note.
I forgot that's what we were doing, honestly. I'm glad there was a note.
Is that what this is gonna take? Is that what this fucking house wants?
Confronting
Goddamn.
your pain is
Don't
hard.
you start now.
I only speak from experience.
Oh, I'm certain this is an experience you don't have. Fine, put his fucking name in the book. Let's just get this over with.
Lucius just like taking his coat back, shaking his head like, we already said that's not how, you know what, this is fine.
And as you say that, Lucius, the hallway in front of you suddenly begins to shake and takes a right turn. As what was once a straight hallway now has a turn in it.
I think
You feel the ground below you begin to shake as well.
I am
We're going to the right, to the right, to the right.
Yeah, we're going to the right. I'm just gonna clutch Excalibur, and I think it's not. Yeah, he doesn't say it out loud, but
Best.
it's a very strong thought, which is if he thinks he's going to get this, he's going to have to kill me for it.
I think Lucius will walk ahead to Joe. And he, as they are walking, he will ask, I know that everyone else is hounding you about this, but as your friend, I have to know. How are you handling this situation? Do you think that you are close to, how do you say this, popping off, as Din just did? Or are you doing okay?
You look at Joe, and his head is. You know that scene in Game of Thrones where the guy had gold poured on him?
Yeah.
He almost looks like that, but with silver. But where the eyes are covered by the silver, it's just light coming from them, and the melted silver is making a very corrupted looking crown on his head. And there's just like silver all down his arm that's clutching Excalibur. And Joe goes, "Oh no, I'm fine."
And let me rephrase this. When you meet Arthur, do you want to meet him as a man or do you want to meet him as a monster?
I'm afraid that the choices that I have made in the past have already determined that answer. So if I am to be perceived as a monster, then there's no reason that I should not benefit from the visage.
And Lucius just shakes his head. Let me see here. And I think he says, Din is working very hard to change the outcome of the things that are set for them. Eden is working very hard to change the path of the things that are set forth for them. Do you think you are better than them?
No, I just think I'm smarter than them. We close this door today, and then there will be another door tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, until eventually all of you will come to close my door. And in that time, at that moment, you will see me very much the same way Arthur will. And what will occur to Arthur will happen to all of you as well. You will come to close my door. and I will have to gently sweep aside the corpses of people that I cared for very deeply for a time to make room to open that door.
Joe, do you know how I know that this vision of yours is inaccurate of sorts?
I would love to hear, Lucius.
Because when everything goes dark, it won't be your door. It will be teeth. It will be hunger. But it won't be you. So do not hold yourself accountable, my dear friend.
Is it strange to think that I always hoped that the thing that I would bring in was you?
I think it might be.
I hope it is.
Well, I'm already here, good friend.
Apparently, not the real you or not all of you, according to that very sassy, thick, just over there.
You know what? This was a good time. If you,
Did I make it weird? It's
I
the,
think
it's the silver, right? Yeah.
Oh, are we having a heart to heart?
Oh God, no, not you.
Is it the hangman?
Yeah, the hangman just pops up between the two of you.
Yes, we
Scooby-Doo
were.
style. Oh, delightful. I've heard of these.
Oh.
I believe for the two of you, that counts as a open your heart.
Yeah, reveal your
yeah.
heart.
Let's do
Reveal
it.
your heart. Yeah. So go ahead and do your thing for that.
Hell yeah.
Let's resolve that. Good role play, everybody. You got me weepy.
I know.
Feel a little bit bad about what I'm going to do to you later on, but just a little bit.
Oh.
Well, that's okay. I missed.
I also missed. No, actually, I do have one more with Arthur. I'm going to spend a bond.
Uh-huh.
Which bumps that to like a 10 or something, right? Because of your bond system?
I can.
Oh,
I can
okay.
use.
Got it.
I mean, even so, it's still 10. So let's. You know what? I'm gonna say I grow closer with them, and I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna trade this bond I have with Arthur for a bond with Lucius.
All right. Sounds good. So you all are heading down the hallway?
Yep.
Lucius, you can choose one too if you choose to deepen the connection.
Yeah, I'll deepen the connection with Joe, but I will clear a condition. So goodbye, lonely. Hello, despondent, obsessed, and raging still. So
If you want to know where I'm at right now, I am at where are my fudging thingamajigs? Roll 20. Why are you like this? I have a number of conditions right now.
Y'all just need to break and get those back. Like it's
Raging.
not hard. I've done it twice.
I'm at raging, lovelorn, and obsessed.
So, like, is that an out of 4 or an out of 5?
That is an out of 4.
I can clear all those for you.
It might be helpful for him to pop off, depending on what happens next.
Look, all I'm saying is, when the doors open and shit goes bad, I will look at you and say, we could have figured this out. But this is funnier. I like where this is going, so...
Oh, yeah. Real bad things happen when I pop off, and I kind of want to see it now.
Don't say I didn't warn ya.
All right. So we are continuing down the corridor. It twists and turns. And you feel the house shifting around you. where the hallway was perpendicular, it has funhouse barrel rolled on you, and you are now walking on one of the walls, skirting around the molding and the portraits that are here.
Do I recognize any one of these portraits?
Let me go back to the portrait description. Because it's been 2 months since I read that description.
Rick.
Let's see here. You do not. The portraits that are lining the hallways are all of people with their backs turned. So you're seeing the backside of folks. You're not seeing any faces.
That's my favorite side. I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna grasp at keys because grasping at cake is not an option.
Roll for cake. This is a silly game, and I love it.
All right, here we go. I'm rolling for cake. I mean keys. Perfect hit.
Hey.
All right, let's see here. As you travel further down, Joe, on a perfect 10, you get 1, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you travel further down, you find more of these portraits on the wall, and you cross one of them. The portrait is gently bleeding. It seeps out to the wall around it, and you hear soft sighs coming from the black void in the middle of it.
Everyone, I found a thing and I don't know what it means, so figure it out so that I can take credit for it later.
For who to see? Looks around at the empty hall.
You make a good point. Then I won't steal credit.
Winks back in like a really awkward way.
Ooh. I'm gonna teach you to wink one of these days.
Okay.
That shook me to my very core. And I'm
Maybe
standing
that was the
beside.
point.
Oh well, then congratulations. I mean, if you're ever looking to flirty wink, I can show you how to do that because that's my forte. It's not important. Anyway, bleeding picture and sighing in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Flirting didn't work at the break room, but anyways.
Listen, I have to actually be interested, okay? I was only amused by that individual. If I were interested, then the riz would be undeniable.
You call dibs on people you're only mildly interested in. That's desperate.
Speaking of desperate,
I could
Joe.
have murdered you.
Joe, you hear the soft sigh come again. You recognize the voice.
Wait, everybody shut the hell up. Did I say shut the hell up? I know, I just want to tell you twice.
Oof.
What an ass.
Who am I hearing here?
You tell everyone to quiet down in your own way, and you listen. And you could swear that that's Aoife's voice.
No fucking like he immediately backs away from the picture. You've got to be kidding me. And the phone too, and now this. I'm starting to think she's the one doing this to me. And I'm starting to find that unrelentingly hot. And I hate that I feel that way. Okay. Maybe it's just why would it draw her from my mind? I don't care about her. I'm not even okay, I'm vaguely interested. Not vaguely, I would say moderately interested.
You hear the sigh again. It sounds a little sad.
Lucius will go up to the picture that's bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Is she in there?
You can't tell. There's a void in the middle of it where the sound appears to be coming from.
Lucius is gonna put his hand on the surface of the painting above the void and then try and push into it.
Your hand goes
Gonna
through.
borrow you 64 of this.
Don't worry, there's nothing on the walls written in Goblin that says no hands.
Excellent.
So your hand does
Good.
come back out.
When his hand is into the darkness, with my analogous form, can an eye open up on the palm of my hand and I periscope this shit?
Oh, I love that.
No.
Yeah.
Just darkness?
No. You see Aoife in her office at the museum. She has papers spread out in front of her on the desk, and every once in a while she glances at a phone and sighs and tries to get back to work. She seems distracted, like she's waiting for something.
Gross.
Ew, human emotion. How dare.
Disgusting. Yeah, he'll pull the arm back, and he says to Joe, you might keep telling yourself that you don't care about this person. I think she's expecting a call when you get the chance.
Joe
Or-
jumps in the picture.
Or Joe, yeah, he says or, and he motions.
He immediately jumps in the picture.
You jump into the picture, and you jump into the same scene as described. Aoife's sitting at her desk in her office. There's paperwork spread out before her. And every once in a while, she writes something down and gets distracted looking off to the phone.
Joe's trying to take the crown off and it's not working. So just okay, what's the thing? Did Oasis? All right. Fucking be not afraid.
There's no response.
Shit. Oh, he walks a little closer. Be not afraid.
There's no response.
Oh, this sucks so much. He's just gonna walk to the front of the desk and just kind of plant his hands on there. I said, be not afraid.
Joe, as you do this, you plant your hands into wet paint.
The fuck? God.
As you exclaim, shaking the paint off your hands, you realize the scene resets itself. And you watch the same couple seconds over again. Aoife at her desk, sighing, like she's waiting for something. Paperwork spread out in front of her.
I think seeing that it's not real and everything, Joe's gonna take a deep breath, and that's when the silver's gonna fade and he's gonna look like his normal visage. All right. I haven't had a chance to have words to myself or a better chance to practice this, so you weird me out, lady, with all the things that you do and the more you discover about me, the more you seem interested, which is very fucking stupid, but it is appreciated. Um, It's been a while since I've encountered somebody that made me wish that I wasn't the way that I am. But scorpion says to the frog, it is my nature, and that is why you can sigh every day. For the rest of your life, you'll never get what you want. But take solace. Neither will I. And then he tries to leave.
You look around and you can see it almost looks like the back side of a canvas with a void. The same one you jumped through.
Also, you've got a real nice ass.
Yeah, same nature.
Covering all the bases. You never know.
Yeah. Hey, look, you did find cake.
I think that's actually how at the end of the scorpion and the frog parable goes. It is my nature. By the way, you have a nice ass, and then it dips.
That is how the proverb goes.
Yeah.
The
We're doing
illusions
too
for
many
years
jokes
to
in a
come will
row.
be referencing this actual play as proof that is what it
True.
says.
Yeah.
Nothing better than ruining an actual emotional moment
It's what I do, baby.
with his love for cake.
Cake by the ocean.
So
So you come out of the painting to your friends in the hallway.
Yes. Nothing. Nothing really important in there. You guys couldn't hear anything, right?
We could hear the sighing through the picture.
You could hear everything. It's up to you whether or not you let Joe say anything, or whether or not you let Joe know you heard. But yes, just like the sighing.
I think, like, if anything, it would just be the three of them standing there. Like, you guys didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
I'm going to check on the portraits. Just, like, starts doing the tippy-tap test on others.
Yeah, the rest of the portraits are just portraits.
I think Din's just gonna say, I didn't hear anything.
And you, Eden?
See, I feel like Ethan would try to say, I'm like, I didn't hear anything, but I feel like her poker face is so bad.
So, if Eden is trying their best not to say anything, terrible poker face, there's another team member who's in this hall with us.
There is. The one that Nora hates.
No.
Oh, no.
Did you have a good time in the painting?
Nothing happened in there. So.
Are you sure? I could have sworn that I heard something.
What exactly did you hear, hanged man?
Oh, it sounded like a confession of love. Unrequited. Or maybe denied.
Oh.
Was I wrong in my assessment?
No,
I've been
no,
told
no.
that accuracy is important.
No, it absolutely is. And now I'm going to give you feedback. As
you say that, Larry is next to you. Joe, tail thumping, happy you're back. His other human, or his other agent is here. His pack is complete.
I will just say this to you, Hangman. Shut up.
Let him have this.
Please, just shut the hell up. I hate you so much. In the pit of whatever I am, I want you to stop existing.
Well,
Ah,
that is a rather strong way to give feedback, but I will take it under consideration. And as they say this, they are like, aside from the noose around their neck, they are like white from head to toe, even their clothing. And they seem to gray a little bit.
Oh.
no. Don't do this. Don't make me feel this way for me. Oh, he
You
just
did it to yourself. You did it to yourself.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Consequences to my actions?
How dare I?
To say you hate them and to shut up.
Well then, should we all get going? Since there's nothing of importance in the painting.
We should continue on. Yes.
All right. I believe the hallway is turning once again. We should carry on this way.
I think I'll sidle up next to Hangman. Don't mind Joe. Takes him a little bit to warm up to people. Doesn't mean what he says most of the time.
I will take that under advisement. Thank you very much.
Lucius walks up next to Joe, pats him on the shoulder, and says, "And nice ass." And then he will just walk past. And I would like, for being petty, can I get some darkness tokens?
Go for it, buddy.
Just gonna stand there as the group goes on. I mean, it is a nice ass. Just follow. So embarrassed. Like, he's flushed right now.
I love this table so much. You're all a delight.
It's so good.
So you carry on. The hallways twist and turn around you as the house is changing once again. And eventually you find yourself at another hallway full of doors. The paintings are all gone.
Well, we need to find a place to go. We have options.
Didn't we once did we ever receive a like a dossier or a pamphlet or anything like that that would list out the rooms? Not that like the repeating ones, but like other ones that like we've been to, like the museum room, things like that. I don't know if we did.
You did not, because as it's been revealed throughout the course of the adventure, you've been through this before.
Okay.
But you don't remember your briefing.
Got it.
You just remember in this run through being outside the doors with the oldest cat, playing the sound of your handler's voice on a cassette tape.
Okay. I think Lucius would ask, if the house is sick, then we need to find Arthur. Joe, you know Arthur best. What kind of room would Arthur find himself in as a bastion? Where would he hold up as a point of defense?
If you ever need to find Arthur, you only need to ask where his people are. That's where he would be. There's a place of gathering of importance, a meeting room, a lounge, a clinic. He took time to be where the people were, which is why there has never been a king like him since.
In this meeting room, this clinic, What did it look like? And Lucius will open up the book.
He spared no expense to the medical needs of his people. The clinic was elaborate and comfortable, clean, and full of music. He insisted that the dying should have the most life before they leave it. Artists would come from kingdoms away to play to our dying, to our dead. He would ask them how he could have done better. In what way did he fail them that they would find themselves there?
And Lucius sort of nods. And in the book, he writes down, infirmary. And will write in the book, upon coming to the hallway of doors, the agents of division and the hanged man made their way to the third door on the left-hand side of the wall, opening it to reveal a stately infirmary that the likes of which the kings of old would be from which the kings of old would earn their renown. And he will close the book, walk up 1, 2, 3 doors upon the left, look at the party, turn the door and open.
I assume you include Larry as an agent of division?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's got his day pass.
He does. He does. He has like the honorary like service dog.
Yeah,
like,
he's
division dog.
Well,
He actually
vest.
has his own name badge. We made sure that we had one made for him.
it's a picture
Fabulous.
badge that has him
Yeah.
like in the like official division backdrop. Like
It's got his paw print on the bottom of the
Yeah.
Oh God, it's adorable. You open to a reception office. Understated. The kind of place that isn't in your face because just because you have money doesn't mean that it needs to be flaunted, especially when people are at the hardest point in their journey in life. You can smell the disinfectant of a medical facility. There are cabinets that line the walls, and in them, you would probably expect to find patient files. In the middle of the room, there is a beautifully carved wood desk with a very comfortable looking chair sitting behind it, and in front of it on a plush rug is not too uncomfortable office chairs, but a very comfortable love seat with a coffee table in front. And on the desk, a cassette tape and a gun lay next to each other. The cassette tape begins to play itself from where it sits, and a group of voices speaks in perfect unison. The initial stage of the soul transfer has proven successful. We must follow the rest of the procedure with great care. As the clock ticks forward, roll me 1d4. Lucius is 1, Eden is 2, Din is 3, Joe is 4. Lucius. Who waits cowering in the corner, regretting what they have done?
I am going to call upon a figure from Joe's past. Because there's one member of this Arthurian legend who has not been present. Merlin.
Okay. Joe, you see the man known as Merlin cowering in the corner. Roll me 1d4 again, someone. Eden is 2. Din is 3. Joe
I
is
rolled
4.
1 again.
Well, go ahead and re-roll it. We'll pick someone else.
I rolled 3.
3? Okay, so Din. What message is scrawled on the cassette tape's label?
Ooh. From the king that never was.
Okay. And as you all approach the figure howling or cowering in the corner, that is where we are going to leave it for tonight.
Ah!
And we will pick up next week.
Incredible. So it won't be next week because that's our off week for Heck.
Oh.
So it will be
Week
in
after next.
2 weeks. We shall return. But I like it. I like this game. I like this table. I have a blast whenever y'all are here. And speaking of people I have a blast playing with, hey Sarah, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, you can find me all over the internet as the Hype Goblin on TikTok and Instagram. I'm doing character cosplays and posting clips related to my TTRPG adventures. And you can also find me over on my own channel on Thursday nights, GMing a 5e homebrew campaign that is designed to highlight the best of the best in the third-party publishing industry. I use as little Wizards of the Coast products as I possibly can. We currently use a lot of Tome of Beast 3 and Griffin Saddlebags, so if you're interested in checking that out, it's a very queer story. Just be prepared for there to be a lot of flirting amongst the cast. On Sundays returning in March, there will be a Pathfinder campaign that comes back. And there's also a lot of flirting amongst that cast. So I think you can kind of figure out what the theme is amongst my shows. And I also have a voice acting gig that's coming up pretty soon. So I will let you all know as soon as I'm able to give the details because it doesn't have a title yet. But that's me.
Fair enough. And Noir, where can we find you? What do you do?
Yeah, well, you can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Hive, Bumble, OnlyFans, Playboy, wherever. I'm there. Every Monday you can find me. Oh, this Monday is a particular big deal, so it's let me stop joking around and actually have some information for you guys. So this Monday you can find me over on Althaven for our alien game Beacon, but this is a very special episode as we will be raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Because everybody deserves healthcare. Healthcare like it's Camelot. I hate myself for that. I'm sorry. Um,
But we love you for it.
I've also got a new game coming up. I don't know when it's out. It is called Riders of the Lost Tribe. It is a Black History Month special one one or three shot where there is a small town and it's got some natural resources that all the surrounding towns want. So just a small black town doing what they can to survive and finding out the mystery of the little village that they live in. Every Friday, you can find me over on Gen Con for Table Takes, where we report all the latest news. Every Saturday morning, you can find me over on Critical Misses for Morning Ritual. And I think this week our guest is Latinos Against Spooky Shit.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
yeah, that's it. Now you can stop perceiving me.
And that's leaves me. Hi, I'm Anita, otherwise known as Panita. You can also find me everywhere at Critical Misses because I am this channel runner over there. We have some new shows coming in, hot and ready for you. I don't know why that sounded weird. Anyways, so on Fridays we've got a Warren Guard game, which is a brand new system that's going to be heading to Kickstarter. And we've got the creator who's going to be running us through a game where we are dragon riders. And I'm going to play an old lady divorcee named Vera, who may or may not be married to one Husha kid, formerly married to one Husha kid. But our dragons don't know that we're divorced.
Oh,
Mom and Dad are splitting up.
Yeah.
they already are.
On Mondays, we've also got a game called Zero Games, which is going to be a sort of a mashup of Blades in the Dark and Court of crap. My brain is blanking on the name. It's a Forged in the Dark game, and there's going to be a fair bit of homebrew in it, and that's going to be run by one Arcane Goth. So check that one out. It's going to be a good time. And then Fridays, you can occasionally find me over on Gen Con TV for table takes. I'm actually going to be there this week, filling in for one Peter Atkinson. And then, yeah, Saturday's Morning Ritual. And Noir already let us know who the guest was. So that's it. That's all. That's me.
Woohoo! It's over to me. I was like, wait, which Noir am I in the order again? 'Cause I forgot.
Without the E.
Yeah. Hey everybody. You can find me all over the internet at SirHeckaLot, including Twitch, Itch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm all over the place. I'm doing things like game design, graphic design, video editing. If you like things like the intro to the show, that's the kind of stuff that I do. So if you like that kind of thing, hit me up. My portfolio is attached into all my social media, so just find that. Of course, that is also where I don't shut up about the APs that I'm in. I have a really big week coming up for APs. Tomorrow on Neon Lights, you will find a recording of Oathsworn. We will not be live, but I'll be in the chat probably, still watching along. If you like Greek mythology and you like D&D like lore dump episodes, this is the episode for you because we learned a lot. And it was really cool. In the way that our GM Turkett Santed like told the entire story and the history through like drawing pictures, and the process was really cool. Super highly recommend watching the episode. On Tuesday, we are back with Into the Old Margrave and Into the Woods 5e campaign. On Wednesday, we have our finale of Ink over on Magic Academy. A couple of our spirits have come to terms with their untimely demises, but not everybody has. And I'm not sure if everyone will. That's up to debate, and that's what's scary. So it'll be interesting to see how that all ends. And then on Thursday, last but certainly not least, you can find me over on Classical Glyze's channel, guesting in Monster Care Squad, the Into the Library campaign that they're doing over there. I am so excited. I love this game. I love the AP they're doing over there. Tune in. It's gonna be awesome. That is easily enough for me. One more thing though, because the past two episodes we've been observing the global strike week. Just because that week is over doesn't mean that we should stop supporting the people in Gaza. So if you do anything or go to any site after stream today, go to ceasefiretoday.com. Go find out ways that you can help the folks over there. Because even though these actions all seem incredibly small individually, if we work together, they'll go a much longer way. Yeah, that's me.
Very well said. And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, here at twitch.tv/indooradventures. We do shows like this on Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow night, like I said, we are going to be doing our 4th edition Gold Rush campaign. So if you're interested in a Weird West and Prospector Indoor, feel free to come on by and support that. Otherwise, we are going to be heading out into our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you've had any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us on Discord. The link can be found in the Twitch chat to the side or in the description of this video or audio cast down below. But that being said, we are going to be heading out, so I'd like to say once again thank you to everybody who decided to stop by. Thank you to Sarah for putting on such an incredible game for us, because honestly, what the fuck, I'm having a blast. But with that, everybody have a great night, and we will see you all next time. All right, everybody, bye-bye!